Hello, my loves. It's me, psychic medium Daniel Monroe, and Shayla. We have the amazing Shayla. So, for those of you who don't know, Shayla is the person everybody hates. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Immediate 11.
Immediate.
Why?
This is why, if you can't get a reading with me, she's the reason. No. Shayla is one of my readers here at the Daniel and Kori Spirit Center, and she does amazing tea leaf readings. I'm not just saying that because, listen, I don't teach things that I don't like to teach, or do things that I don't like to do, or have people in my space or in my energy, or just that I associate with if I just don't vibe with them. That's not rude to say, right? It's honest. It's honest. But she is. So I'm not just saying this because I'm like, oh my God, do it. No, she truly is a very gifted tea leaf reader and intuitive and psychic and just all around human being. And so she is filling in tonight for Mama Kori because Mama Kori is at home resting because she just had knee surgery in one of her knees. And so, yeah, sending a bunch of love to her. But Shayla, why don't you go ahead and tell the kittens a little bit about you and how you got into this?
That I did not know we were going to do. So
make sure you talk into the microphone.
Sorry. Hi, I'm Shayla. I have no idea.
What age did you start?
Doing tea leaf readings?
Just readings in general. Because I know you started when you were like 2.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I my earliest spiritual moments were pretty young. I would say definitely kindergarten. But as far as readings go, I got my first tarot deck at 13.
Wow.
I started reading tea leaves in 2019. And that was just one of those things where I picked it up and I was like, hey, do you feel like a cup of tea? And just, trying to get everybody to do it.
Did you run around with a British accent though?
No, I shouldn't.
Like, please, sir, do you want some tea?
Missed opportunity.
You shut up. Do better. Moving forward here, whenever anyone books a tea leaf reading, you're gonna now have to approach the British.
It's gonna be so bad. But yeah, that's it. There has been spiritual elements forever around me, but as far as key moments in my own practice, I would say 13, and then however old I was in 2019.
Wow. So tell them a little bit about, because we're gonna talk tonight, and also welcome. Hi everyone, come on in. Make sure you say hello, where you're from, what's good, what's popping, what are you snacking on? I have a cup of coffee. Shayla has an energy drink. What are you guys doing? What's happening? How's your summer been? But make sure you let us know in the comments where you're from and all of that fun stuff, because I'm nosy. I like to know these things. But tonight we're going to be talking about the myths about mediumship and mediumship readings and things like that. So I actually want, and this is ironic how we have Miss Shayla here tonight. I want to know what tea leaf reading is and how is it different than a regular reading with tarot cards or oracle cards.
So with a tea leaf reading, the person who is having their tea leaves read, they're really putting a lot of their own energy into it,
and saliva.
Yeah.
Because you have to drink the tea, right? Obviously you're not spitting into the cup, but
please don't. Please, I won't read it. But I mean, yes, a little bit of that, right? There's energy in that part of us too, right?
Right.
And so it's a lot like when we're kids, we're kind of reaching back to the innocence of our intuition, where we're looking at the clouds and seeing shapes and kind of playing games with that. So it really reaches back to that practice, and it just puts it into tea leaves. There are practices that go back farther where they use tea leaves to determine health or health issues. That is not something I'm doing. It's more an intuitive thing, or with tarot cards. But it's a lot less restrained than things like tarot cards or oracle cards, because there's really no structure to it. It's just whatever your intention is. And sometimes you might think that you have a particular intention at the front of your mind, but subconsciously you're really wanting to know about something else. That will show up in your tea leaf reading.
I loved it because, again, she approached me with a British, I'm just joking. Never been British. No, I love like getting the tea leaf reading, and this is what I love about the, metaphysical world is there's so many different ways for people to be able to connect with spirit. And if that's tea leaf readings or using a pendulum, or is it pendulum or pendulum?
I say pendulum.
You also say chakras.
It is chakras.
I don't
and
like
I will
it.
Die on this hill.
Ugh.
I will die on this hill.
It's like nails on chalkboards for me when I hear chakras.
It is. Chakra is the correct way to say it.
But in the House of Monroe, we say chakras with a very soft sh.
Like a shh. That's wrong.
Like a sh. That's wrong. Hi, Brian from Longview. How are you? But so no, that's what I love about. There's people who read runes, and there's people that read tarot cards or oracle cards or even regular playing cards. I've even heard of Pokemon cards. I digress. But it's very interesting how you can connect with source or spirit or energy, honestly, through anything. Mm-hmm. And that's the beauty of it. But you have to always remember, and this is what I just taught in the intuitive card reading workshop that we just had. Hello, Sheila. Hello, make sure you guys come on in and say hello, where you're from. But like I just taught my students is you are intuitive, you are energy, you are soul. So you don't need these things, but it's great to utilize these things and tap into it. But I do have to get like something out of the way, okay? As a psychic medium, right? I've been doing this for over, 12 years. No, I can't read your damn mind, okay? As a psychic medium and as even a psychic, like we don't read your mind. I remember being in cosmetology and my friend, mind you, I was like 17 when I found out I could talk to dead people. And I just met this gal, I nicknamed her Little Brookie. And she would randomly text me and be like, can you see what I'm doing right now? And I'm like, what? Yeah. I'm like, no, it doesn't work that way. So we don't randomly see you like sitting on the couch doing whatever. And no, I don't see dead people walking around Target, right? I don't see them in the aisles like I see you guys. However, there are certain energetic cues that are there. There's a certain frequency that's there, but I'm not walking around, Target trying to buy, toilet paper and baby formula and being like, oh yeah, Gram's here. I really try to have set boundaries and set intentions with spirit. And I want you guys to also know, like, if your grandma is in heaven, she's probably not sitting next to you while you're in the bathroom. Like, I get asked that all the time. Can my grandma or my loved one in spirit really, see what's happening, or, when I'm getting kind of saucy or whatever you want to call it, or naughty? No, there is this like unspoken rule that it's like, hey, they don't care. Just like they're not hanging out with their, their grave. Like they're not at their grave. That's another thing I get asked all the time is, do our loved ones just get stuck if we, chose to bury them instead of do a cremation? And it's like, no, like who wants to hang out with their dead body? Like, not I, said the duck. Like, like, would you?
No, but I do have a funny story about that.
Okay, what is it?
I was doing a reading for someone, and like it was like two people that were coming through, and they kept showing me this really dramatic, like Edgar Allan Poe scene with like a headstone and a crow sitting on it, and just like all this drama. And I'm like, what is going on here? And so I had to like get it out of them. I was like, this doesn't feel like their place, but they're like really drawing on the drama of one. Well, it turns out they've both been cremated, and these people hadn't really dealt with the grief yet, and so they left their ashes like on a shelf in the closet. Because I kept asking, I was like, why are they showing me a closet, and why are they keep showing me just like a single candle? Like, what, do we not have a space for them? And they're like, no, we left them in the closet. I was like, oh, they don't want to be in the closet. You need to bring them out of the closet.
Oh, hopefully they weren't gay. Can you imagine? And like in the month of June, that's a multi-layered hate crime. Oh my gosh.
I don't know about that part, but I was like, hey, I don't think your loved ones want to be in there. Like, I understand grief is hard, but they really want to be out of the closet. Please.
Can you imagine if somebody put my ashes, the way I would hunt them?
I was going to say, you'd be hunting everyone.
The way I would literally make the paint like
Peel off the walls.
Peel off and then also go back on and re-peel again. Like,
Yeah.
if you took my ashes and left them in the closet, not even left them, like you put me in timeout.
Yeah.
We cut it.
Yeah.
Hello, Jennifer from Battleground. Hello. So I love that story. I want to also say this, and I might give a little bit of shade for this, but you know what? A lot of people in this industry don't like me, so it's okay. Being a medium does not make you special. Okay? And I know that's probably not what people expect a psychic medium to say. Like, I'm not special because I talk to dead people. But being a medium doesn't make someone more spiritual either. And it doesn't make someone wiser, and it doesn't make someone a better person. It's simply the language your soul chose to speak. Some people paint, some people sing, some people are incredible like therapists. Some connect with spirit. That is their gift. So yes, I have the gift and I have the ability to do it, but it doesn't make me special. There's not Daniel Monroe's way only. There's not so-and-so's way only. It's my gift. It's my passion. It's how my soul decided to show up in this lifetime. What makes me special is me, right? What makes you special is you. I mean, how many music artists are out there? And some people don't like certain music or certain artists or certain, genres of music. And that's okay. But you know what? They're still out there doing their soul's work and their soul's purpose. And they're still connecting with the ones that it matters. And no, not everyone is a medium. Okay? You might be an extra large. I'm just joking. No, but for real, not everyone is a psychic medium. That is such an interesting thing that people get confused about. That, oh, I went to a psychic. Oh, I went to a psychic, and I wanted them to connect with my mom. And I always have to ask my clients, was it a psychic or a psychic medium? There is a difference, and not every psychic is a medium, but every medium is a psychic. Isn't that wild? Do you know the difference, Shayla?
The difference between a psychic and a medium?
Yeah.
I think psychics connect to the energy,
Mm-hmm.
but mediums connect specifically with people or animals who have passed on.
Yeah. So for example, there is a difference between the energy tapping in and connecting with when you're doing a psychic reading versus a mediumship reading. A psychic, let's say you're going to a psychic and you're the client and you're sitting there and you're thinking, you know what? I really want my mom to come through. I want my mom to come through. I want my mom to come through. And then the psychic will end up going, oh my gosh, I have a mom stepping forward. And then the client goes, oh my God, okay, mom, this is really you. Start bringing up the red jacket. And then the psychic will go, oh, now she's showing me a red jacket. Mm-hmm. And then the client's like, oh my God, mom, okay, if this is really, really you, bring up the apple pie, bring up the apple pie. And then the psychic will be like, now I'm starting to see this apple pie. Versus a medium goes, oh, okay, I have a mom stepping forward. And it's so interesting. She's over here in the kitchen and I see her cooking and I feel like cooking is very important for her. And she loved doing it. Oh my goodness, she loved doing it around Thanksgiving. And now she's showing me that there's this apple pie and there's this recipe. And as I'm asking her more questions, she's starting to show me that was one of your guys' fondest memories together. And then your client's like, oh my God, absolutely. And then you're like, oh, now your mom is, showing me more about her personality and more evidence of who she is to make sure we have the right ones, stepping forward. She's just started showing me this beautiful red jacket. And now that she's putting it on, I see that you're over here. And I also feel like this is a memory that she would wear this yellow jacket when you would pick her up to go take her to her doctor's appointments before she, passed. Oh my God, absolutely. That's so correct. And then you're like, okay. And now, she's stepping forward and she's showing me, X, Y, and Z. And now she's also telling me, don't worry about having guilt around, this situation. Notice how the medium is talking to the soul directly, not picking up on what the client is putting out energetically. Mm-hmm. As a medium, you're able to actually have that conversation with the soul that is in spirit, the soul that is departed. So always remember that not every psychic is a medium. And the reason why is because it is a different, muscle. Now could they tap in and hold the connection for a little bit or have little moments of it? Absolutely. Just like I can go and run. However, can I go and sign up for a 5K tomorrow? No. Am I planning on it? Also no.
Yeah, if that happens, somebody's being like, it's a cry for help.
Yeah, if you see me running,
Yeah.
you better be like, what is going on? Yeah, you better call. Call Shayla, call my partners, call someone. But that's the reality of it is, yes, we all have these abilities. I could walk, I can run, like I can sign up for a 5K. I'm not trained for it. I'm not ready for it. Or I just don't have that in me to do a 5K. And that's okay. And I want you guys to think about when you are selecting to go to a psychic or a medium, what is it that you want to get out of the reading? I just had somebody email the other day and they're like, oh, I want to know if I should book a psychic reading or a mediumship reading. I offer combo. So that way we can, connect with your departed loved ones and connect with your guides and angels and your energy and do a psychic reading. But ask yourself, what is it that I want to get out of this? Do I need healing? I'm actually taking off tomorrow to go help out James Van Prague in San Diego with his platform students. And one of the things that him and I are doing are evaluations on some of the students, like readings. And on the form that we have, it says, was the reading able to show X, Y, and Z? And some of those are healing, closure, validation, blah, blah, blah. Like you want to make sure during a mediumship reading that you're providing this. But as a client, as somebody going to have a reading, you have to ask yourself, do I need closure? Do I need healing? Do I need validation around X, Y, and Z? Or do I need guidance? Do I need my guides and angels? Do I need to know what's coming up energetically, where I should move to? Or do you need both? And that's okay if you do, but it's okay to go to someone different for two separate things. Like, do I teach animal communication classes here and there? Yes, I grew up on a farm. I understand the energetic exchange of it. Do I specialize in that? No. And I will tell you that. I'm like, hey, if I can do it, I'll give it a go. But it's not my specialty as of right now. Who knows? My soul might want to go that route later on and, develop that and strengthen it. But everyone does have intuition. That's the other thing. Every single person does have intuition. And I believe that everyone has the ability to sense energy. So can you exercise that muscle and take a class and practice? Absolutely. I can go and get a 6-pack, not tomorrow, but start training for it tomorrow. But it's going to take work. And I mean, Sheila, you've been in the industry since, we're doing Ouija board readings in kindergarten. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
But what has been your experience on the myth that, because you're a medium, you could do it all?
Yeah, I think that line gets really blurred. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think everyone's intuitive, but having a clear definition of what being a psychic is and what that looks like what the actual actions are, and being a medium and how that differs from being intuitive, I think we need to be clear about what that is, as a whole moving forward, because people should know that they're intuitive and they should learn to listen to their intuition. But I think there gets to be this sort of pressure that comes with, does that mean that then I have to, also be a psychic medium? Just like right. The same thing with tarot, people start getting into divination and you have to learn tarot. No, you don't. There's so many different kinds,
Just like everyone has vocal cords, but not everyone can be Beyonce. Okay. But that's the reality of it too. And I will have clients that will call the office, and potential clients call the office and go, I have, so-and-so, they've been missing for this many days. And I know Daniel has, really connected with my loved one and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, honey, I specialize in them departing. Mm-hmm. You don't want me to do a reading right now if they're missing, because that means they've crossed over. It is not my specialty for a missing person situation. It's a different, just like we have, cops. Does every cop, go and do forensic? No. Does every detective go and do murder situations? No. Everybody has their own department and own specialty. Now, I'm not saying don't sign up for my upcoming classes and blah, blah, blah. Should everyone learn mediumship? Absolutely. I fully believe everyone should learn mediumship and understanding grief and understanding that there's more to life than what you see. But should everyone go out and become a professional medium? No. Also, this job is not for, the emotional overloaded people, which, honey, I'm one of them. Don't get me wrong. But it truly is quite the roller coaster ride because you are helping so many people connect with their loved ones. And that's what I teach my students is you, as the channel, as the vessel, have to fully be emotionally present and emotionally ready because you are helping people through the toughest times in their life. So again, not everyone should go out and become a professional medium. And if you do, by all means, go for it. Like truly give it your all and always go into that mind frame of, I'm going to be able to help facilitate a phone call between here and their loved one. Once you start losing that mind frame and you start worrying about other people doing X, Y, and Z or how they're running their own practice or whatever the case may be, you have to go back to you do you, boo-boo. And you have to go back to, you know what? I don't know what their personal practice is like. I don't know what mind frame. Every single reading that I go into, every single session that I have, I'm always, you know what? And I mean, Shayla sees me dealing with like so much personal stuff, but the moment I walk through the doors, the moment I sit down with the client, it's all gone. And Shayla will be like, oh, hey, like in between sessions, she'll be like, hey, what about blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, oh, I already forgot. Like, how often do you see me like disassociating because like my client's situation is my first priority and being able to help them like navigate that. Now, Shayla, if mediums know everything, right? Why do we still lose our keys?
Oh, that's yeah, I don't know. That one's a little on the nose for this evening. Like,
did you lose your keys?
I couldn't find them on the way out the door.
That's why you call me all freaky. Look, I'm a medium. Psychic. Calling me now, calling me psychic.
I left them in the wrong spot. So yeah, ADHD kicked in and it was like, no, it's the wrong place.
No, but
it doesn't exist.
It's, again, not every single medium knows every single thing. And we forget appointments. We have moments where we're like, is this a scam? Should I click this little link that I got? Or sometimes we make bad, dating decisions or things like that because we're human. That's the other like myth that irritates me is, oh, mediums know everything and you should, you know what my favorite is? I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, God.
I get that in readings all the time. I don't know. You tell me. And I'm like, I'm gay.
Like a quick way to shut down the link and just have to.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. Being intuitive doesn't replace you being human. Now, when I'm in like the reading and stuff, absolutely. But if it's as simple as like, oh, I literally had a client one time and I was like, oh, how did you hear about me? And I was making a cup of coffee. I'm not joking because, Daniel has to stay caffeinated, honey. And clearly I'm over here drinking my coffee. But I was making a cup of coffee and I remember asking my client, like, oh, how did you hear about just small talk? Because, I'm trying to fill in time while I'm making coffee.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, how did you hear about me? Blah, blah, blah. She's like, I don't know. You tell me. Like, girl.
Rude.
And I was like, okay. And I literally go, honey, if I could do that, I wouldn't be here. Like, if that's how it worked, I would be gone. And then I was like, oh, and they were like, oh, a client referred. I was like, oh, which one? And then again, you tell me. I was like, at this point, you're going to tell me their name. I'm not even going to remember. So thanks. Like, what?
Those are some choices.
Yeah. I was like, okay, cool. Thank God I made a cup of coffee for this one. But the other thing too, that is like a myth is people think spirit is like Google. That one, especially nowadays. It like, should I call him? What? Should I call him? Does he love me? I had this one back in the day, and this is why my prices are what they are. One of the reasons, and they're actually about to go up in the new year, just so you guys know. So be very mindful of that. Speaking of that, I am currently offering our big summer blowout sale. My kids have been obsessed with Frozen right now. Thank God, because now we're over. What is that? Who sings Baby Shark?
Oh my God.
The little bald-headed kid.
Oh, I don't know.
Like cartoon.
That was after my kid. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it?
Is it Caillou?
No, I wish. Other bald kid.
There's so many bald children.
There's so many bald baby cartoons. Oh my God, remember Rugrats? That one was my favorite.
Rugrats was awesome.
I would be so happy if my kids fell in love with Tommy.
Show it to them.
I tried. We've done the Rugrat movie. It's not happening. What's his name? Coco Melon.
Oh.
That's what it is. A Stewie. Yeah, right, Brian. I wish my kids were watching Family Guy. I would be so happy. No, I'm not going to show them that yet. Yet. No, Coco Melon. It like sings and blah 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 every like 5 minutes. But no, they're on to Frozen and like Cars. Thank God. But no, so I'm doing $100 off all private readings with me with code SUMMER26, and that ends next week. And we were doing that because of, like I said, the summer situation, and it's almost my baby's 1 year birthday next month, and the summer has already been so wild. I've had to have emergency surgeries for my kiddo and 77 doctor's appointments for him, and maybe even a legal consultation pending. It's the whole thing. But I wanted to just focus on the energy of summer and how beautiful the sun is and energetically refilling. And Spirit was like, listen, let's offer a $100 discount. So it truly is $100 off, and it's summer 26. And my summer is already booked, and I think my next opening is like October. So make sure you guys go and check that out, because it is very limited. And once my calendar for 2026 is full, I'm actually going to be closing out my calendar for a minute, and we're going to do a lot of moving things around. So keep that in mind. So go and utilize the code $100 off, code SUMMER26. Ryan just put the link. Thank you, Ryan, my love. But yeah, so make sure you guys go and use the big summer blowout. I love that guy in Frozen.
He's awesome.
But yeah, that's what I was going to say, though, is like so many people lately are utilizing Spirit like it's Google. And I'm just like, no. Like, that's not, if your loved one knows everything, why would life still require like faith? Like, if a loved one in Spirit has, all the answers. But that's the other thing too, is people don't realize that during the mediumship reading, your loved one still has their own personality, and they're human. They are just in spirit form. Like, let me tell you, my grandma used to hustle some stuff. Okay. I won't say what she hustled, but you could fill in the blank. Okay. However, let's keep that in mind, right? Here in the physical world, Grams hustled some stuff, and she acted a certain way, and she was a G. Okay. She was a very direct Italian woman that gave no ish. Okay. We had a talk with Shayla before coming on. So we're like, try not to cuss. And our producer in the background was like, okay. So I'm trying to set an example, Ryan. But no, so Grandma, now keep in mind, Grandma now has passed. Am I going to ask Grandma parenting advice? Probably not. However, Grandma.
Your own risk.
Yeah. Now, I know that my grandma in spirit is watching over my kids and watching over me. Absolutely. And will I connect with her and communicate with her on certain things? Absolutely. And am I going to expect it to have sass and funniness? And maybe I shouldn't call her for what do I do with a diaper rash? And my kid is screaming at 4 a.m. She's probably like, don't ask me. I didn't pay attention. So no. So always keep that in mind too. And also keep this in mind. Daniel Monroe did get a tan. I posted a photo. I did self tanner last night and got a spray tan because I'm going against San Diego, honey. I'm going to wear booty shorts. Okay. I'm going on the beach. But underneath all this, with no spray tan, I'm pale. I'm like Shayla shade. Okay. But no, it's true. For a Hispanic, I'm very, very pale. And so yeah, even Shayla was like, "What are you?"
When I saw you without makeup for the first time, I was like, "Did not expect that."
Yeah,
Okay.
pale, honey. I keep bronzers in business. Okay, year round, summer, fall, spring, autumn, winter, solstice, all of the above. Jennifer said, "Shots fired." Mm-hmm. But
Always.
she's mean to me, you guys.
I'm keeping it in balance.
Yeah.
I heard that short comment earlier.
Which one? There's so many.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
I'm like, make sure you get her a booster seat for her chair. Anywho, but like, no, like, I'm not gonna go to my grandma for that. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So obviously, I questioned growing up if my dad was my actual dad, because we're all blended, we're all half related. I'm the youngest of 7. I am not fully related to any of them, thank goodness. But except for my sister Maria, I love you so much. We practically, or literally, we call each other twins because we're like the same humans. But we have the same dad, different moms, and then the rest of my siblings and I have the same mom, different dads. And when my mom has, kiddos with other Hispanic men and stuff, and I'm like, clearly when she mixes with another Hispanic, she has brown babies. So how come she didn't have a brown baby when my mom mixed with my, Hispanic dad? So my whole life, and then I would hear rumors from my, tias, because, they like the cheese man. They were like, hey, this also didn't add up to us, and would tell me all these like wild stories and blah, blah, blah. And
that's good for a child.
Yeah, it was great. Several years in therapy. But so I kept going to spirit and asking even my grandma, like, hey, is my dad my dad? And grandma was just like, nope, no, he's not, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that feels like there's some hatred behind it. Like there's also some wishful thinking that my dad isn't my dad. But then internally, for me, my own energy kept throwing it off, because there's moments where I'm like, well, if he's not my dad, why the hell did my mom allow X, Y, and Z? And if he is my dad, why did he do X, Y, and Z? So there was this constant back and forth. To then one day, I have a special needs brother. I lied to him and told him I was checking for gum disease. And I swabbed like the inside of his mouth with like this little at-home tester situation. And I like swabbed the inside of his mouth, swabbed the inside of my mouth. We shipped it off. Literally, it takes like several months, especially if you're half related, and it costs more. If you're half related, this was back in the day, way back in the day. And my brother came to spend the night with me, my special needs brother, little Jose. And he was like, me have gum disease? And I was like, what are you talking about? I don't know. I'm not your dentist. Like I forgot about it. I was like, I don't, and he went and like blew in my face. And I was like, what is happening? And he's like, remember, you do the test and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm like, oh, actually, I got to follow up on that. Let me check my email. And then when I found out, I was like, no, gum disease. Yay. And it was like, yay. Then my mom called me one day and was like, you took little Jose to the dentist? And I was like, what are you talking about? It was just this like constant spiral.
Snowball.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh. And then eventually I told him, and come to find out, my dad is my dad. But my dad is a very pale-skinned Hispanic. And if you look through like our bloodline and stuff, like even my sister Maria, I don't know if you met her yet. She is a very pale and she's full Hispanic. Mm-hmm. So things just happen. But going back to like intuition and myths, like mediums don't know everything. Mm-hmm. And spirit isn't Google. And they're also not Ancestry DNA. Like, now, can they help fill in pieces and puzzle? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. But when you go to a medium who has no skin in the game, that's when you can ask those questions and have more of a clear answer than you trying to, check the cards and do the pendulum and do all of that. Because again, your own internal energy will be wonky. And the same with spirit. Like you have to, in certain situations, even in mediumship readings, and I have somebody who come and they ask a very intense question, and I'm not going to go into the details about it, but I will set spirit aside because they're kind of like peanut gallery. They'll be like, oh, hell no, he didn't, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And you have to go straight to like the source, meaning spirit guides and the energy of the situation. And as the intuitive, unlock it through that way. So again, there's many different facets of readings. And this is why I decided at a young age to teach classes. So that way people who are out there saying, oh, I'm a medium, I can do this and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I'm also a medical intuitive and here's some kale juice. Like, what? Like, no, there is differences to this work. And always remember that spirit has a perspective, but they don't have unlimited information. They don't give lottery numbers. Girl, let me tell you, I wish they did.
Yeah.
Mama needs a minivan. Like, what do you mean? But they don't tell you every future event, right? And also, that's the other thing. When people come for a psychic reading, I know I'm over here like, book a reading. You guys are like, I don't feel like I want to. You talked me out of it. But
messages here.
Yeah. It's fine. Big sum of it all out. But no, like it's true. Like I just want you guys to know, like, and I'm pulling like the curtain back and being 100% honest. I will also tell clients when they call and they're crying, they're like, I only have $100 left in my name and blah, blah, blah. Honey, save your $100. Don't come to me. Come to me when you have more energy to tap into and more like I can only help you through the sadness and give you the insight and give you the hope and pull cards. But I'd rather you come to me when you aren't burning through your last money in your banking account and you're like, hey, I have these 4 job situations. Which one energetically feels like the right fit? That one is going to be more worth your dime and more worth your time. Write that down. Than coming and just me holding you for 30 minutes or an hour or whatever the case may be. Can you talk to other people's spirit guides? Absolutely. But I don't know about you, Shayla. We might actually fight on this live.
Okay.
Or maybe we'll agree. Actually, we'll see. Do you feel when you are, and just so you guys know, when you are doing a psychic reading, who do you think is telling us the information? Your spirit guides. Not your gram, okay? But your spirit guides. Do you believe that you, as the reader, if I were to come to you, actually, this is now your new, what are we calling this? Your, what do they do in corporate jobs? Where they like do a little check-in?
Oh gosh.
Not an evaluation, but like quarterly. Is it a quarterly
I think it's an
evaluation? This is not your quarterly evaluation. It should have been a part of your interview process. I'm just joking. Do you believe if I were to come to you and I go, what's my spirit guide's name? What is your opinion on that?
Like, okay, that one is hard. Sometimes you can get a name,
Okay.
but not all the time.
Okay.
It depends on one, if they feel like it's important for you to know,
Okay.
because sometimes you'll get caught up in a name, you know, as opposed to like letting them just do their thing. Because we make associations with names, right?
Right.
You're gonna like shut down to what they have to say because now you're projecting preconceived notions on them.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I can get a name. I have been in situations where I've gotten a name and then as soon as I went to say it, I forgot it. So then it wasn't important for them to know. But I don't think if I can give you the name, I will. But it's not always important for you to know.
Do you want to know why?
Why?
How often does that happen though? I want to know this before I give you the answer to it. How often is it happening where you are going to give the name and then it disappears?
To be honest, people don't usually ask. They just kind of like trust that it's their guide because we've validated other information. But I would say more often than not,
okay,
it does go away.
So this is what Spirit taught me a long time ago, and what I like teach my students and what I tell my clients is, one, absolutely, you're correct. Like this wasn't actually a quiz, just so people are like, is she gonna get fired?
I quit.
Oh yeah, performance review time. There we go, Jen.
Okay.
Performance
Thank
review
you.
time. Wait till yours comes up. She's like, I'm not showing up ever again. So yeah, they don't care, honestly, what you call them, as long as you are remembering the energy and the frequency that you're tapping into. Because again, the more you learn and grow, the more that they'll switch out. Or depending on the situation you have, it will be a different guide. But the other thing that Spirit has taught me as the medium is, it is not for me to know.
Yeah.
It is the relationship between the spirit guide and the client.
Yeah.
And that's because, like, you don't go up to a stranger and go, hi, we're going to be friends now. And if you do, then you have other problems. But in reality, like, you have to build it. It took me years to get my master guide's name. Years. There was hints. There was moments. Was I that client going, hey, I want to know my master guide's name? Absolutely. And I could never get it. Or some people would give me a name and I would be like, oh, okay, it's Star. I remember somebody saying the name was Star. And every time I was like, that doesn't feel right. And then another person will give me a name. And then another person will give me a name. And I never connected to it. Or every time I would like focus on that name, that frequency of that guy that I was so used to being around, I couldn't connect it. I couldn't associate them with it. So it truly is a relationship between you and your spirit guide. So also don't waste your money on that.
Ooh, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on like on the idea of like people having like a singular guide versus a spirit team?
Oh, okay. So this is what I teach in my Mastering Mediumship program, which we will actually be doing a free masterclass next month. And we'll start in October. But and actually it truly does focus on your guides. So yes, you have a spiritual team. Absolutely. And again, the more you learn, the more you grow, and the more they'll switch out, the more, different situations and, love guides and animal guides and job guides and whatever the case may be. When you do Reiki, I have a whole different, Reiki set guides. When I'm teaching, I have my master guide. But what Spirit has taught me, and what does little old me know? I just jumped into this at a very young age. Is you have your master guide that is assigned to you from birth. They have never walked the earth. They don't have that human situation. They don't have any of that, preconceived notions. They were assigned to you before your soul even stepped foot into being a physical being.
Okay.
Now they help facilitate all of the other ones. I like to call them like 911, right? Your little 411. How often have you heard of like near-death experiences where so-and-so got pulled out of the car by somebody who wasn't there? That's your master guide.
Oh, okay.
So your master guide's like, oh, snap. This situation's about to happen. Let's say, knock on wood that this never happens, but let's say I'm leaving the office today and Brad, if your name is Brad, this is nothing literally as a random name, is choosing to leave a bar drunk. Notice the free will that just happened even in that statement. And now I am here leaving. Let's say I lose my keys and I'm also prolonged. Now my master guide internally is going, oh snap, this is what's about to happen. There's all this energetic free will. This wasn't fully written. However, this is the protocol that we have to kind of look at. So can Daniel, we know that Daniel is on trajectory to have a car accident tonight. Can Daniel make it out of this situation? Has he accomplished X, Y, and Z? Is there a different life lesson now that it's going to actually teach a bunch of other people? So that your master guide in the background is constantly working around that, going, can we do X, Y, and Z? Now, not all the time is it like, hey, you know what? That's also where like exit points come in, where the master guide will be like, oof, you know what? Later on down the road, Daniel might end up having, cancer or having a different type of illness. You know what? He's accomplished X, Y, and Z. We're going to go ahead and just pull him out, and his soul has accomplished a lot and his legacy is going to live on. And, now he has his little boys. So like he's accomplished, the things that he wanted. Boom. Or they'll be like, you know what? we're going to delay him even more and do blah, 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 and lose his keys even further. Shayla. So that's where like the master guide like comes in and tries to facilitate things very quickly. Now, when you're doing a mediumship reading, you work with your master guide even more closely because again, there's not that your master guide will go and connect with the client's master guides and their guides, and it's kind of like how I tell people like I'm a walking lie detector. That's why, because obviously like your master guide knows like what's for your highest good, what you need to hear, what you need in alignment for your higher good or for you to be able to accomplish. So yeah, so that's my take on it. What about you?
I don't even remember the question. You said what about you and it went out of my head.
The question that you asked me, rude. Oh, how dare I on my own podcast give a really insightful teacher answer to the question that you asked me. But that's okay, go ahead.
It was
what's my take on having a single guide versus like a spirit team?
For my experience, it's definitely a team. That's what I've like seen / felt. And depending on what you're asking, what you're needing to know, that's who's going to come forward for you in the reading. So
yeah.
And so if you come in expecting a single person too, that's also going to set you up for failure because that's not always who you need right now.
Wait, have you not worked with a master guide?
I don't know. Like, so it wasn't until you that I even heard that term.
What?
And so
Did you go home and Google it?
No. No, I went home and like did family stuff. Okay. We're still human. We have to live.
True.
No, I didn't. And but I've never like categorized them quite in that way. It's always just been, people or animals who have been here versus energies that have not been here.
Yeah. And that's like what I categorize as like your spirit team.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have a blend, like you need that information. But again, who do you think is like helping facilitate like when you need that?
And that's a really good point that I hadn't considered before.
Yeah. It's kind of like your counselor.
Mm-hmm.
Like your school counselor, your guidance counselor. Mm-hmm. I call them master guides. Where I learned the term was, I give credit where credit's due, is Lisa Williams.
Okay.
But if you actually look into it during Virtue before, she switched into whatever else, she is really big on, the angels and the guides and the master guides as well.
Mm-hmm. I've only experienced an angel coming through for somebody one time.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah. That's not a common occurrence.
No, and I've encountered earth angels, obviously, and I've had angels pop in. But angels to me during a reading, it's like, oh, there's a lot of healing that needs to happen here. Mm-hmm. So whenever I see angels surrounding a situation, it's a pretty heavy thing that someone's going through. Yeah. Someone said, hi, Daniel and Shayla, first time here. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Blessings to you both. Oh, thank you, my love. Where are you from? They also said, wow, interesting. I've never heard of master guides either. Yeah, look them up, master guides. And again, when I teach mediumship, we really work with master guides because, again, you have to look at, with every client, what healing is going to happen and get facilitated. Like when I worked with the Property Brothers back in the day, and I'd have to read people that they would set up for the readings and stuff, I would flat out tell them, you have to bring me somebody who needs healing. Mm-hmm. If you're wanting to capture the essence of mediumship, don't just send me somebody who, knew grandpa for, all 3 days of their life or whatever. Yeah. And there's not an emotional connection or whatever around that. Now, I'm not saying if you only knew grandpa for 3 days, I never actually got to meet one of my grandfathers. He passed away the night I was born. However, there's a lot of emotional situations around that I would go to a medium for. Yeah. So always keep that in mind as well. Do you think that there's a time a guide will determine that without holding answers are for that person's highest good, that they need to learn something themselves? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
So the question is from Jen, I'm going to send you an invoice, Jen. I'm just joking. For all my knowledge. I'm just joking. That's why I love doing the podcast. When we have a reading and you have a guide go, you know what? Yes, we have this answer, but we're not ready to, share that yet. Mm-hmm. It's because of, again, that free will card, meaning, are they in the right space to receive this? Are they going to actually do something that is going to set them back? For example, I had a reading and this person wanted to know if so-and-so was responsible for their loved one passing. This is my client and his brother was in spirit and they wanted to know if this other person was involved. And I remember asking spirit and they flat out told me that's not going to do them any good, because if you tell them yes or no, this person is going to go straight from here, do something that they shouldn't be doing, and end up getting locked up or worse. And because this was a 2-person session and he came with his wife, and at the time she wasn't showing and she was pregnant. And so spirit flat out said, it doesn't matter what's happened has happened. He needs to focus on being a dad. And if we give him this answer, it's actually going to energetically set him away and put him on a different path. Mm-hmm. So I looked at him and I said, you know what? They just showed me that doesn't matter. But am I correct in saying that you guys are expecting a baby? And he's like, yeah, how did you know? And I go, well, that's what spirit was showing me. So don't take your brother's passing and just throw that away. You have a beautiful gift to be present with your baby. And you get to do that. And your brother's going to walk with you every step of the way of your new journey. And that was so beautiful for even me to witness. Yeah. And for my client not to, now I could have been like, yep, that was him. Here's his address, blah, blah, blah. And you could just see in his mind when he asked that, he was ready to go to jail. Yeah. Which I don't blame him. Like, I get it. I'm not promoting it, just so we're clear. But thank you, Jen. Hi, Gabby, my love. But yeah, so that is one of the other things about like why spirit guides will kind of withhold them. But that's also why I ask my clients, do you want to know everything? Because that is such a powerful thing. And again, if spirit is like, you know what, they're ready for this, then absolutely, I will share it. Yeah. Loving the vibe interaction between you and Sheila. You guys have me laughing over here with the banter in between mediumship, psychic knowledge, gem drops. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you guys come on in and say hello, where you're from. Oh, from New Zealand. Hello, my love. You guys should have heard our, UK British accents.
I'm not the one who tried it in this interview. That was you.
I didn't try it. I
did
accomplished it. I just
hardcore debatable.
I know. Don't ask me to do Australia. The only one I got is I watched this TikTok, and in order for you to say "oh no," you say R and R, and you say it so R and R. That's all I got. R and R. Try it.
No.
She was like, I'm not getting canceled.
Not absolutely.
Yeah,
not.
they were just like, all you say is R and R, and you go R and R. You just exaggerate it. R and R. Now it's gonna get stuck in my head.
Oh, between that and coconut water, I think
coconut water. Have you guys heard this song? Coconut water. All right, I do have to ask you guys a question. If your mom called you 300 times a day, would that make her more loving or just really annoying? What do you think? Jen's like, delete, turn off. Shayla's over here like, what? R&R.
I'm leaving the country. I'm changing my name.
Gabby said annoying. Gabby, I love you. But here's the thing. The reason why I'm asking that is I want you guys to know that love doesn't require constant observation. So when we get, someone said loving, dun, dun, dun. They're like, you guys, my mom is watching this. Yeah. Of course, loving. But I get asked that question, does my loved one watch me while I'm in the bathroom doing this, doing that? Like, no. Like, So if your mom is calling you 300 times a day, that would be a little bit too much.
I mean, I guess, like, could we rephrase it? I was like,
No.
if you're in, yeah, we're gonna.
But the point is, spirit communicates intelligently, not obsessively. That's the point of this. So, like, if your mom calls you a couple, like, oh, okay, cool, like, I'll get back to her. Kori commented, I know who you speak of, annoying. Yeah, Kori's met my mom. But no, so that's the question. And that's the thing. A spirit communicates intelligently, not obsessively. So, like, what would you want your mom to call you 300 times a day, or would you rather her send a text, pop in, and say, hey, call me when you get a second? Is that a better question for you?
No, I was like,
oh,
I was thinking, like,
she's like, either way, she's annoying.
No, I'm thinking, like, if I'm on the other side, like, first of all, I don't want to watch you in the bathroom now or then. Like, never.
Depends on who you are. I'm just joking.
Rebuke that energy.
Yeah, like Channing Tatum, I'd be there all day. What do you mean?
I guess maybe that's why we couldn't reverse the question.
No.
Because from here, yeah, you're absolutely.
Yeah. Channing Tatum, gone. What do you mean? My loved one better not call me because I'm too busy watching Channing Tatum.
And he's going to hear that call. Oh, man.
Well, let's say, like, when I'm old and I, depart, and little Dash and David go to a medium to connect with good old dad, and I'm over here watching Zac Efron. I'm like, no, line's busy. You'd get my voicemail in heaven so quick.
Off the line.
You'd get.
It's like you called the fax machine.
Yeah.
Don't do it again.
No. Mama's busy.
Yeah.
But I do get that question too. Does my loved one go and, like, hang out with celebrities or this or that? And it's like, maybe, depending on, like, what's happening, or, again, there is this, like, energetic, like, a flow of things. So it's like, because when you pass, what happens is you're learning and growing even over there, and you're seeing what life lessons here in the physical world worked for you and what didn't work for you and what needs work. And so obviously, like, you don't have to go to work. Obviously, you're not clocking in on the other side, but you are getting your wings, if you will. You're leveling up, you're expanding, because everyone says that we have a death experience, but we're actually having a life experience. And when we pass, I used to be terrified of dying, truly. Now I'm just terrified of dying naked, which is a whole other conversation. If you know, you know.
It's so specific. It kills me every time.
I love that it shocks you still. That is my plane crash. Listen, I'm going on a flight tomorrow, I hope. Not going to, that's not a thing. But I'll have clothes on.
Wear a jumpsuit or something.
Yeah. Why a jumpsuit? For a parachute?
No, I'm just saying, like, there's no chance of that, like, like a shirt could fly off. You know
That's
what I mean?
true. Yeah. I'd be all bundled up. And they're like, what's happening? I'm like, you never know.
Show up dressed like Catwoman,
Yeah.
I am staying clothed.
But the thing is, though, is connection isn't measured by constant presence. It's measured by meaningful moments. So spirit, again, comes close intentionally. They're not requiring this constant observation or you needing to call it. The other myth that really grinds my gears, just so we're clear. And this just popped in, and it really, you can see the rage just take over. I hate this more than anything. And hate is a very strong word, but I get asked this all the time. If I come and have a mediumship reading, and every person that asks this, they get really quiet like this. If I have a mediumship reading, does it make my loved one, stuck here? What? No. Have you never been I've done mediumship for,
longer than me. Yes.
Many, many moons. Babies grow up, wear the same jeans. It's very depressing, but I digress. But
no, I have not been asked that.
I get asked that all the time. And it comes from like a religious background, or they just think like, they think that doing a mediumship reading, this is what I imagine. Literally, I just spilled my whole coffee on live. What a life.
Oh.
And I can't even get up. It's okay.
Do you want me to get up?
No, we're on live. It's fine. I'm a professional.
professional coffee.
Ryan, cut this part out. Ryan's like, we don't even do that much editing. What do you mean?
It's like, we don't do that here.
Oh my God. I have a coat hanger here. What a life. I had a change here in my office the other day. So mind your business. Remember in that episode of like Toy Story, like little Bo Peep has like her little hook and it just takes him off the stage?
Yeah.
I don't know why. Every time I get asked that question, I just imagine this like little hook going up into spirit. Be like, oh, there he is. And bring him down. Like, what? That's not how mediumship works. Like everyone literally watching this, put your hands out here to the side. You too, Sheila. Don't be rude. Why'd you do it like you're about to do a hula hoop? Anyways, off to the side.
Okay, I'm not going to do it if you're going to judge how I'm doing it. Okay, you calm down.
Everyone hands out in front of them, to the side of them, above them. I don't care. This is where the other side is. Your loved ones are just in a different space. Think about like a different room. It's not this, hey, you get over here and we're going to sit. Do you have my little supper? Yeah, you can put your hands down now. Like, it's not like, get over here and blah, blah, blah. No, energetically, when you book an appointment and you use the Daniel Monroe code, SUMMER26 for $100 off a private reading. But what happens is when you go and book a session with me or anyone, energetically, your departed loved ones feel the excitement. They feel that you're... Ryan, I love you. Ryan, put the logo up there too. Good little plug. You put this energetic ripple effect into the spirit. Now it's dripping directly in between my legs. Now I'm just trying to push it off.
Wait.
You have a whole box of
I didn't know that's what this box was.
It's like a liquid. Anyways.
You're
You
the professional,
literally-
not me.
Had a whole box.
You put this box in front of me. I didn't know it was.
Look, I'm the medium. Who would have known? Anyways,
You should have put the box in front of you.
I should have. Thank you.
See, that just proves your point. We don't know everything.
We don't know,
Yeah.
but I think I took that as a sign of the spirit going, bitch, you're about to get a flight at 5 a.m. You don't need any more coffee. What do you want from me? Anywho, now that everything in between my life here is soaking wet in coffee, what I was saying was, what was I saying?
I don't remember.
Me either.
So
what happens is you send this ripple effect into the spirit world. Ryan's like, I'm not going to be able to clip any of this. There's too much in between bullshit.
Honestly.
But there is this energetic ripple effect that goes into the spirit world when you book an appointment with me or a psychic or a medium, even with spirit guides, and they instantly feel like, hey, my loved one is about to come, or Shayla's about to come and she needs guidance, again, depending if you're booking a psychic reading or a mediumship reading or even a healing reading. And this is what needs to happen during this time. They have their own agenda depending on what it is that your soul needs. So when you book an appointment, there is that energetic understanding like, hey, this person's coming today or in the next few weeks or the next couple of months. And this is, their questions. And that's why I tell my clients in your confirmation emails, make sure you read them, to write down a list of questions, because it helps put your agenda and spirit agenda on basically one energetic flow. So that way, when you come to me energetically, we get to automatically tap into what it is that you need healing and what spirit needs healing around. And that's the beauty of what happens. You don't make them get stuck here in the physical world because you're going to a medium, or they're not crossing over because a medium's connecting with them. Like, it doesn't interrupt them in any shape or form. And the other thing that people don't realize is you as the medium are facilitating healing, not only for the person who booked the appointment with you, but for the other side. That's why when my clients show up and they're energetically all over the place or not prepared or whatever, I will be like, hon, like, I want this to be a beautiful experience. We're going to have to reschedule, because energetically, like, I can't touch that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't energetically touch that, because this isn't just about you. It is also about spirit.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Do you have any questions, Shayla?
So many, but we could really go on forever, but I know you have a flight and
I do.
we don't
Not
have any more
tonight.
coffee.
No, we don't. Actually, do I? Oh, I have a few sips. Professionally chaotic and iconic. Thank you. Thank you. But I want you guys to know, when you're also asking spirit to like send you a sign and things like that, like, yeah, ask them for a sign. But don't let it be, and that's the other myth about, mediumship is, oh, I'm going to keep asking for all these signs. And you guys have heard me say it, and I will say it until the day I die. Don't ask for a sign of your sign. Like, don't let the signs from your loved ones become your new like obsession or addiction. Like, instead of asking, like, show me another feather and another butterfly and another penny and another number, eventually you're no longer going to be trusting when you see those, and you're chasing reassurance. At some point, the sign becomes an addiction instead of a comfort. So when you do ask for a sign and you get the sign, honor it, say thank you, and move on. That way, when you do get them, it's not a you need to do better type vibe. It needs to be like, thank you, I see that, I hear you, I needed that. And then move on. So I want you guys also to remember that, like, don't just chase all these signs. All right? Last thing I will leave you guys with is spirit is terrible at small talk. Okay? So when you go and have a reading and you're like, I just want whatever comes through, like, have an intention. Shayla, you've done readings. Jen, you've done readings. Yeah, we could sit here and small talk or whatever, but I want to make sure like I'm going to do my job. So have at least an intention. Like, instead of going, oh, I just want to see whatever comes through. But like, okay, it comes through around what? Again, is it you want to connect with a loved one in spirit? Is it that you are, facing a crossroads with work or a relationship or blah, blah, blah? Spirit's not great at small talk. Every communication with spirit has a purpose. And again, it's healing, forgiveness, validation, growth, direction. They don't just pop up and be like, interpret all this because just for funsies.
Right.
And I want you guys to remember that when you are doing anything energetically, there has to be an energy behind it. Not come to me. I've had this happen. Me and my sister booked this session and we're so excited. We booked it because we love watching the Long Island Medium. And I'm like, oh, cool. And they waited 3 months to see me. And then they literally come in and they go, yeah, my sister and I have been watching the Long Island Medium all morning long, having mimosas. They were already tipsy. And I had to stop the reading and be like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and refund you because energetically, like, you're doing this for basically, we're going to post this on Insta. Like, you know how everyone's like, oh, do it for the gram, the gram. Let's do all this. That's what some people will start doing nowadays. Like, I'm going to get a reading just to post about it and just to have that type of vibe and experience. No. Do that, book the appointment because, you need to have that closure. You need to talk about forgiveness moments or having validation or having growth. Don't just do it because it seems fun and it's something to do. Like, as a psychic and a medium, like the tea leaf reading, like, let me tell you, that is so dope. Again, I love it. You see it in movies and stuff, but I don't sit here and market Shayla's tea leaf readings of, oh my gosh, come and get a tea leaf reading like you could do if you were traveling in the UK. Like, no, come and this is how I market Shayla's tea leaf readings. Like, come and experience a true tea leaf reading that is absolutely amazing. The last time I brought Brooke there, I had no idea my cousin passed away. Daniel Monroe, the first thing you said to me is a mail is coming through. And a week later, I found out my cousin passed. Today is his 4 years since he passed. I know that day he was coming through to you to tell me, you've helped me so much with my husband. You're so amazing. Oh, Shal, I love you so much. I remember that. And again, that's what I was talking about. Like, if I'm connecting with a loved one, chances are they've crossed over. But Shal, thank you. If you don't mind, if you guys have had a reading with me, go and write Google reviews. Write them for here, copy and paste it on the Spirit Center. That Google page is brand new. But yeah, so again, always be mindful of when you're going in for a reading and what it is that you want to do. Again, Spirit's not good at like, okay, you want to just see whatever pops in. How's Todd? How's he doing? Like, that's not how readings work. we as the practitioners have to have that energy bubble, tank revved up and ready to go in order for you to have a really good reading. If not, we can flip some cards and be like, all right, cool. Yeah. I love my tea leaf reading. Those dolphins were seductive. Oh my, behave. Never in my days. What in the horny dolphins popped up in your tea leaf reading?
You have to be ready for everything.
Did it just pop? Listen, when I had my tea leaf reading, I'm not joking. This is what happened.
Yeah.
I'm like, so you have to drink it. You put your energy into it, and you have to hold on to the intention and the question. Because again, intention's everything. Mm-hmm. We had to calm it down. It was getting spicy. What type of tea?
You know what? Sometimes that's what we gotta talk about, right?
She's like, we have the Viagra tea. That one's in the back. So this is literally what happened during mine. I'm like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then you get the cup to share that. And she's like, wow. And my question was around my kiddos and stuff and dealing with a very mama bear protective moment. And mind you, I haven't even told Shayla the question yet. And she looks at it and she goes, oh my God, there's so many dragons. And I grabbed the cup so fast and I was just like, oh shit. What? And she's like, yeah. Oh, I'm like, keep going. And I gave it back. But I was just like, there's no damn dragons in this shit. Then I was like, oh shit, there are. Keep going. It's so interesting. And it's so fun. And again, I don't market it as come and do this so you can obviously post it, share about it, but have an intention because it is about energy. Oh my gosh. Now I'm gonna have to ask Shayla when we're off of this live. But yeah, so those are some. That's not even all of them. I have a whole list that we didn't even get to, but yeah. I want you guys to know the biggest truth is I've done thousands of readings, and do you know what almost nobody in heaven asked? Did you become rich? They asked, did you forgive yourself? Did you let yourself love again? Did you finally stop waiting to be enough? Because mediumship is never about talking to the dead. It's about helping the living remember how to live. And that is the goal of a mediumship reading and being able to have people come and for you to hold space for that love, for that healing, and for that remembrance. And that's the truth about it. All right? Do you have anything you want to add, Shayla, before we say goodbye and I can go dry off my pants?
No, we'll end the suffering and so you can go dry your pants.
All right, you guys, I'm taking off. I fly out tomorrow morning. I'm going to be in San Diego. So fun. That's why I had my tan. But I'm going to be in San Diego helping James Van Prague, teach his platform course that I'm so excited about and help facilitate a lot of the funness that's going to be going on. So I will be gone tomorrow through Sunday, but Miss Shayla is going to be here doing readings. Are you here every day? Thursday through Sunday?
I think I'm here Thursday and Sunday.
And then Jen, you're here? So Jen is also the palm reader that's here. My girls will be here. That's what I call them. My girls will be here in the shop Thursday through Sunday. Come on in at 805 Grand Boulevard, Vancouver, Washington. No, you can't use the Daniel Monroe $100 off gift coupon with them. But you guys can go and book a private reading with me. And like I said, I'm super booked out, but I want you guys to be able to utilize that code. And even if your session is 8 months from now and you use that summer 26 code, it will lock you into that discounted price. And Miss Shayla also handles my books, and she can tell you that Daniel Monroe is so busy.
Yes. Unbelievably so. This has been very eye-opening.
Yeah. For everyone involved.
Yeah.
And not involved, but want to be.
And it just keeps going.
Yeah. Hey, if it makes you feel better, when they scheduled my boys' other surgery situation, I made sure it was on my one and only day off in the week. Oh I know. I was like, Shayla's gonna love this. They almost scheduled it for a Wednesday, and I was like, no. I was like, you got to push it out. I was like, we can't. No. Absolutely just want to say, Daniel, your tan is amazing. Shayla's eyeshadow is gorgeous. Love it. Thank you.
It's not me doing it.
Yeah. No. I sent Shayla a photo last night. I was like, light a candle. I've never done this. All right, you guys. Thank you for joining us tonight for Healing and Heals. Shayla, thank you for filling in. Let us know in the comments down below if you want Shayla to fill in next week. She's like, what? She's going to fill in regardless because Mama Kori is going to be out for a couple of weeks. But we just like to,
The appreciation would be nice.
we just like to, put it a part of her, what is it, evaluation, Jen?
Oh, yeah. The performance review.
Yeah,
I remember.
we just want to have a performance review. So put it down below. But no, truly, you guys, thank you, Shayla, for taking time and joining tonight and having fun. Gabby said, yes. Yeah. Next week, we're talking about those dolphins. Okay, we might need to bring Gabby in studio. All right. I love you guys. Remember to always love yourself and to be yourself. And don't let anyone tell you different. If they do, you call us and we'll burn it down. I'm just joking. Shayla's like, we write it down. All right. I love you. I will see you guys next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Thank you to Ryan, who's absolutely amazing and has dealt with so many reschedules. And thank you for our sponsor of the lovely Kleenex situation of the Spill Tea.
And thank you, Daniel, for putting this on and teaching all of us and sharing your wisdom. And yeah.
Don't be gross. I'm just joking. I love you. Thank you.
I tried.
Yeah. What did I tell my partner? I was like, Shayla and I don't do hugs. We were just like, yeah, see you later. Bye. I'll send you a meme. But no, you're welcome. And thank you for even asking questions. Maybe you guys can hit Shayla up and Shayla can put together some questions that she can ask me. I've never been interviewed on my own podcast. Why not?
Yeah, let's do that.
And then I'll interview you. Ooh, how about next week we put together 10 different questions. And you guys can comment questions and stuff and we'll include them on a list and we'll just interview each other.
Oh, so you're going to watch me have a heart attack live.
Yeah.
That's what you're asking.
I mean, you guys watched me spill coffee very gracefully.
It was beautifully done.
Yeah, I was like, don't get up. We're not getting up. All right, I love you guys and we'll see you next week. Mwah.
Bye.